Okay, so today we're reviewing Road Rash 2. Well, it's not really a review, it's just the reason why I think this is one of the greatest games that ever came to the Genesis. This was released in 1992 by Electronic Arts, and to be honest with you, I think this is one of the best games that's ever been produced on the Mega Drive. Okay, so you have your various options here, one including a bike shop, which you can upgrade your bike, which actually shows in the race. Okay, so here's the actual race itself, and as you can see, the graphics aren't actually that bad. You've got the various surroundings. And every race you do can be different. You've got a kick there that you can do. If you press down and C, you can kick, and you've got a punch as well, as well as taking various weapons from people, such as chains and clubs. There's obviously the chain does more damage than anything else, and you can sometimes even take someone off their bike in one hit. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a combat element to the game as well as driving around the track. Not every race is the same. Obviously, it's not just race from A to B the same all the time. You know, the computer's always at you, trying to beat you up and smash you off your bike and stuff. So, yeah, so this is why I like this game. Until shit like that happens, obviously, there's cars fucking everywhere, but, you know, that's the price you pay for hosting a fucking race on a main road, or whatever you want to call it. I had a bit of a problem with the cars in this video, I think. I just keep getting hit by them for some reason. So, the thing I like about this game the most, I think, as you can see, I just got hit by a car again there. But like I said, the thing I like the most about this game, I think, is the fact that you can actually get hit off the bike as many times as you like, provided that your bike health stays intact. Obviously, mine's below half now. You can actually get back into the race fairly easily. Unlike most games, where if you do get hit off a few times, then you've literally got no chance of winning. But you know, your bikes have quite a good speed, and you can get back into the race fairly easily if you just overtake people. So, you know, there's various challenges that present themselves. You know, to stay on the right side of the road around bends and stuff. And the computer's quite hostile towards you. If you attack them back, then they'll come after you and hit you. And so here's me going through the race, just as you do it. Really, I pretty much sucked in this race, but in the next race you'll see a bit more about why I like this game so much. There you go, there's someone just kicked me there, and as you can see, I flew across the track. If you're quite clever, you can actually kick people into cars and knock them off, and you can do quite a considerable amount of damage with that kick. And I don't know if you saw that there in the road, but there was an oil patch in the road there, and I almost slipped on it. And as you can see, the other bikers have health as well. So if you take all the health down, they'll fall off. And one of the things I like about this game the most is on the first one, if you got hit off your motorbike, your bike flew fucking miles away. On this, it doesn't seem to go as far away, which is something I quite like, because they've obviously changed that, because it takes the absolute piss how long it takes you to get back on your bike on the first one. The only issue I really have is when cars hit your bike for a ridiculous fucking distance off the map. There you go, there's a nice little jump there. Probably not physically possible in real life, but never mind. So yeah, if you do fall off and you get hit by a car, then your motorbike flies even further away, and obviously you have to run back and get it, which leaves you vulnerable for other people to run you over, which you'll see pretty soon. Okay, so I just managed to finish first there, and there's a great example of how easy it is to get back in the race again. Which really makes this game fun, because if you do fall off, then you know, you might think you're completely screwed and you can't get back in the race, but that isn't the case in this game at all. And as you can see, there's a nice little animation there. I'm not quite sure what happened to that guy, but he fell on the floor. Okay, so I qualified in first place, and if you don't finish a race, you have to go back and do the whole series again, otherwise you don't pass and go on to the next one. I think there's only 5 tracks in the game anyway, but they're all really good, really well made, really nice graphics. You actually do feel like you're racing in that part of the world. Okay, so now I'm on to Hawaii, and as you can see, the soundtrack has changed. Music's a bit annoying, to be honest, but this is one of the things I think people like the most about this game is the music. It isn't that bad. It's just the intro, or like the first half of it, can be slightly annoying because it's just drums, and that's a bit annoying. But once you get into it, it's quite good music. The only complaint I really do have, like I said earlier, is the lack of levels. There's only like 5 levels to race on, but you know, the road is really well made. You know, it twists and turns. It looks like you're actually riding on the road. It's really good. And as you can see there's some various obstacles. You get like those barricades on the road there, which I just got hit by a chain there, if you saw that, and that took literally all my health away, and now I just got hit off. And here's now what I meant about the cars hitting your motorbike further away. I think I get run over by somebody now. See, that car just hit my motorbike even further away. So now I have to go and run down the track and get it. And for some reason, 2 cars have stopped in front of me. I don't know why. And now I just got run over again by that idiot. So that's taking me even longer now. But I just got my own back by knocking him off with my motorbike, which is good. And now someone else has come up behind me for some reason. As you can see, some sort of smash there. I don't know what that was, but onwards. So yeah, that's basically a crash, and that's what happens when you fall off and get really smashed up. But you know, everything else is quite well made on this game. You know, the clouds and everything. There's only one small error there, as you can see. There's some sort of blue line in the sky there. You know, when that happens in real life, we'll have to start panicking. But I'm not quite sure what that is. But you know, I think this is quite good. It looks like Hawaii. There's islands around. It's hit by another fucking car. God damn it! Right. Back on the race, so I'll keep going with what I was saying. But the thing is, there's islands in the distance. It looks like Hawaii. The music goes quite well. And yeah, there's this crossroads. I didn't know if you noticed those there. There's a crossroad there, and cars actually do come across there and block your path. Like there's one going across there, which is quite good because they're not always coming straight towards you. So you never know what could happen at a turning. I mean, there's always cars in different places in the map, so you never know. And there's police as well. I forgot to mention. I just passed him there. If you do fall off and they catch up with you, then you're busted, and you get a nice little video of you being bundled into the back of a cop car and driven off, which is probably police brutality in most parts of the world. But oh well. Road Rash 3, the game after this, isn't really that great. The graphics are really pixelized, and it looks like they've tried to use like a Mortal Kombat style thing where they've actually tried to capture like a real guy on a motorbike and put him on a track. It doesn't really work that well. It's an enjoyable game. They've changed the music slightly. It's a bit more sort of mono than it is on this, but there's a lot more functions, a lot more different weapons. It's an enjoyable game, but it's whoa. Okay, I didn't realise I jumped that high. It's an enjoyable game. It's just they've missed out, I think, a few of the key rich factors of this game in the next one. The graphics are absolutely excellent in this game, and this is always a game that I'll love and enjoy. And I only just missed that sign there, and I could have fallen off. This is always a game that I'll love and enjoy, as well as the first one. The first one being the most basic one, but the second one, the third one isn't that good at all, really. So I'd suggest you avoid that one if you can. This is definitely the one out of the Road Rash series you need to play, and some of the more modern games like Road Rash 3D on the PlayStation aren't really that good either. So there's me finishing the next race, and that concludes my review on Road Rash. You know, I hope I've encouraged you to download this game because it really is really good fun. You never know what's going to happen in the race. It could be anything really. You know, you could get punched off, you could get hit by something, you can drive into animal signs or anything. So there you go.